Yeah.
What about the client situations where they're like, I just want to cut costs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I just want the cheapest policy.
So for us,
We've had situations recently in Jacksonville where a client's
Yeah.
like, I just want the cheapest
Yeah.
policy
Yeah.
that will satisfy my lender.
And look, we understand that. That's a thing that happens, you know, and
You can't push rents up anymore.
Exactly. So there's different times, and like, look, sometimes we can't help people, and we'll look at it and say, hey, maybe you're not a good fit for us, because at the end of the day, like, we want to make sure that we're helping people we can help, and not promising to help people we can't help. But back to the premiums, like the focus on premiums, like we focus on what's called the total cost of risk, which is kind of an interesting concept. But when you have a business, right, you understand, and we help you understand even deeper what your risk is for your business, right? And you know, if you imagine a pie, premiums are only a small piece of that total risk, right? Because that's the price you're paying to push that risk off onto an insurance carrier, right? So our focus is on reducing risk.
And the co-insurance and the...
Exactly. Yeah, so our focus is on that total piece. Like, if we're just reducing premiums, we're not doing anyone a favor. You know what I mean? Like, we need to focus on making sure the coverage is commensurate, and every business has a different risk tolerance. So we work with those business owners to understand, hey, the guy in Jackson was a great example, right? Like, he had extremely high risk tolerance. Like, if it wasn't for the bank, I don't think he would have insurance. And that makes complete sense. At the same time, that was a great example of someone where maybe we couldn't help that guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, and we're still working on that deal.
You gave me the example last night of the client that you got from a year ago.
Yeah.
Because you told him.
Yeah. Look, like, one of the things that Mike and I have talked extensively about is the lack of transparency in this industry, right? And that's everything from how are we compensated by these insurance companies to, if I have a claim, is that actually going to be covered? You know, so like, we strive for that transparency all the way through the process, and that brings a very different experience for the clients. And which is sad. It should be standard across the industry, but it's something that, you know, we make sure is one of our, like, those 4 values that we operate by. Transparency is in those.
My good friend and mentor in Atlanta that we had a call with, Barry, he made an amazing comment to me, and he said, you know, insurance is only an agreement to disagree down the road. So make sure you understand your agreement, because at some point you'll be disagreeing.
Yeah, which is where we come in, right? Because I think we're selling a promise to clients that hopefully when they have something happen down the line, hopefully there's coverage, right? And so our job, like, we strive for education, like educating the clients on their risks, how we can mitigate those risks, whether it's, like we talked about, an insurance product or self-insuring, but at least they're aware of it. And that education makes those disagreements much less frequent, gets us all on the same page. And a lot of the disagreements happen from people in my position not doing the job that they should be doing in helping the clients.